And we're live. All right, it is February 23rd, 2016. I'm Bob the Axeman Hildebrand, and we got
Justin.
Excellent work, Justin. He's from the marketing department. You might have seen him on a lot of videos recently. Now, we've got some cool stuff to show you, as well as some cool stuff to tell you about, and more cool stuff to show you. So, without further ado, just to go over some quick, cool new things, we're actually just started carrying Jag Arms match grade BBs. We're actually going to be using these to test all of our guns. Excellent work, Justin, the Vanna White of the marketing department. We're carrying these in a wide variety of weights and forms. As you can see here, this is 0.28 gram, or you might not be able to see that. This is also 0.25 gram in bio BBs, which is great because a lot of fields require those. We got heavyweight BBs for snipers. These are 0.36 gram. Let's get that a little closer. We got a lot of shine on there. But yeah, we've got multiple different weights, 0.20s, just about anything you can think of. We have it on our website right now, so check those out if you're looking for some quality BBs, some high quality BBs. Now, as far as events, a lot of people have been consistently asking us what events we have coming up. We have made BB War. Did you lock the door, Justin? Yeah. Go unlock it real quick. We have BB Wars Episode 5 Water Wars coming up on March 19th at Rockahula Water Park. So if you have ever wanted to play Airsoft at an abandoned water park, you don't have to lock it every time. In fact, don't. If you've ever wanted to play Airsoft at an abandoned water park, you're going to want to go to this game because this is the most affordable chance you will have to play at an abandoned water park. We're trying to keep the price super low, and this game is also sponsored by Lancer Tactical, PTS, and G&G Armament. So you can expect to see a lot of cool stuff from them there, as well as great raffle prizes from those companies at this event. And again, very affordable event for this Rockahula Water Park. And for those of you that are watching the live show, we've actually got a special thing for you coming up right now. Here's the trailer for BB Wars Episode 5 Water Wars. All right, and it looks like we're back. That's pretty cool. Neat little setup we got going on there. So, guys, we're going to try and get to your comments as soon as we can view them. Right now, we're having a bit of a problem finding the comments, so please save your questions for a little bit later. We're going to get that fixed real quick. In addition, we also have an event coming up on the East Coast that a lot of folks are asking for more events across the country, and we are listening as much as we can. We've got a collaboration day with CZ Airsoft in Fredericksburg, Virginia. That's coming up on March 20th, essentially the same weekend as our event on the West Coast. We're having an event on the East Coast. So CZ Airsoft is throwing an event in collaboration with GI Tactical. You can get the tickets for that on airsoftgi.com as well as gitactical.com. And I would highly suggest heading on out there, checking out that field because it's a cool new field in the Virginia area, and our GI Tactical staff are pretty darn awesome all around. Now, in addition to that, for a lot of you folks that are waiting for our next package, we've got a mystery patch package coming up, I believe, on Tuesday, March 1st. It's called the March Mayhem Mystery Patch Package, again, going live on Tuesday, March 1st at noon Pacific Standard Time. Now, just like a lot of our other patch packages, you know, you're going to put in $5 and you're going to get at least that much in patches, or you're going to have a chance of winning a whole lot more. So, for example, you could have a chance of winning, you know, a $20 gift card, a $50 gift card. We've got 4 $100 gift cards in there, a $250 gift card, a $500 gift card, or one of you could be a lucky winner of a $1,000 GI gift card. Think about what you could do for $1,000. It's pretty awesome. Actually, do you want to help me real quick? Sorry, we're trying to find the comments, guys, real quick.
This is the video right here.
That's the video?
So, click off that. Here, and then
okay.
click it again. Start.
No, I already got that. I'm trying to find the comments.
Comments?
Yeah, I can't find the live show.
View watch.
That's embarrassing.
Oh, I think you have to click that one.
Yeah, no, I did. Good work. All right, so hopefully now we can get to the comments. Thank you, Marcus. As you quickly, just say hi. And that's Marcus's hand. No, you're good, Justin. Bob, you are trash. Thank you very much, I guess. Bob looks, well, that's inappropriate. And no, I'm not that. I'm just wearing an Arizona t-shirt and tired. All right, events at D14. We don't have events that we can publicly announce just yet. Hopefully, when we do get closer to those events, we can make them public and let you guys know about them. However, if you have a chance to go to D14, I would highly suggest it because it is an amazing field, and they're honestly adding cool new stuff every chance they get, including some props, which we actually just shared onto our social media. Now, no, I'm not going to yell that really loud.
Shout out Instagram.
Excellent work, Justin. All right, please fix the humming. Ruins every live show vid for me. All right, we will check into that humming. More than likely, it's probably the actual computer.
The actual hum?
No. I think it's the background humming. More than likely, it's actually the computer right here that's making that noise. So we'll try and deal with that for the next one. We can't fix it just right now, but thank you for that. Justin looks pissed. Justin, are you pissed?
No.
Excellent work, Justin. Oh man, have you ever heard of that resting bee face syndrome, where like your just regular face is like looks angry, even though it's just resting? There you go. Yep, that's resting face. Yep. Now, Justin, you're going to be heading out with us to BB Wars Episode 5, Water Wars, correct?
Water Wars. Yes, I am.
Wow,
Most likely be there. Yes.
That was confusing. Now, you've never actually played at a water park before, but I would hazard a guess that most of your play style is kind of speed softy. Would that be correct?
It depends. I have an airsoft gun for speed soft, what like California people say. And I have my field gun, which I use for Milsim events. So, depends.
Yeah, and you do go out to some Milsim events?
The last one I went to was like Lion Claws. I was supposed to go to the last year, but I didn't end up going. So I just went to like War of Angels.
Unacceptable. But I'm sure you had fun at War of Angels. Where was that actually? Was that at Blue Cloud Movie Ranch?
The one that I remember going to was like in the desert.
Not a lot of places in California that meet that description. Actually, there's a lot. Let's see here. Oh, yes, we actually do have some other stuff to talk to you guys about that Justin can give us 2 cents on. We've got 2 different pre-orders up on airsoftgi.com. One for the Crytek LVOA in Flat Dark Earth. This is an Airsoft GI exclusive. So if you want to get a Crytek LVOA in Flat Dark Earth, some might call it tan, but it's Flat Dark Earth. Right. Excellent work, Justin. You can only get that through us. So if you want to make sure that you get one, lock it down right now because there's no telling, if they all go out of stock, when we're going to be able to get the next batch. So make sure if you know you want one, get it right now on airsoftgi.com. Pre-order it because they should be in by, I believe, early April or mid-April.
Very soon.
Very soon. It's from Airsoft Puma. Bob, what gun should I get for $100 or under? I'm looking for a high-quality airsoft gun. Well, in that budget, and Justin, I'd like you to chime in on this. For, a $100 budget, you're not going to get like a high-quality airsoft gun. You are going to get an entry-level gun. However, some of those are very competitive on the airsoft battlefield. So, for example, in that price range, I mean, you're really realistically looking at, a few different options of Lancer tactical guns. Now, the externals on those guns, are plastic. However, they put a lot of effort into making that gearbox as strong as they could for that price range. So, I mean, we've had several different staff members in the marketing department take a Lancer Tactical M4 or Lancer Tactical AK out and rock house, just like Justin is doing hand gestures for. Yeah, we've taken it to SC Village, we've taken it to Tax City Airsoft, and it's really great FPS right out of the box. It's got a competitive rate of fire, and for $100, it's a really good bang for your buck, and it also gives you a good platform to see where you want to go further into airsoft. Do you want to get a different gun platform? Do you want to go mid-level or high level as far as price range goes? But for $100, you are going to be looking at an entry-level beginner gun. Now, what do you think about that, Justin? What would you suggest for $100 price range for an airsoft gun?
I mean, for a rifle, yeah, Lancer Tactical would do pretty well. But what I used to tell people in customer service, if you had like $60 more to save, you go with the G&G Combat Machine, which a lot of our G4s were based off of internally. So, I mean, I still use my G4. And the only thing I replaced was a spring. Yeah, I only changed spring. Yeah.
Now it almost sounded like you said save $16 more, but you said 60. So around the $150, $160 price range. Yeah, that's actually another good option. The G&G Combat Machines or the G4 series with AirsoftGI.com, our own in-house brand. Let's see. Zane Case, your shout out is approved. Hey Bob and Justin, shout out to you guys. The comments are going crazy. I have a Tippmann M4. Do you guys like it? Because I do. Do you have any experience with the Tippmann M4s, Justin?
I do not, but I have seen them on YouTube, and we probably reviewed it as well. Yes.
Okay, okay. I have had the chance to play with them a few times. I think it's a really good thing that Tippmann is getting into the airsoft industry, and I do like the fact that you can switch it back and forth between CO2 or HPA. I think my only gripe with the Tippmann guns is it does have adjustable rate of fire, but it doesn't adjust in a very high rate of fire to very low. There's kind of a middle ground of adjustment which you can only achieve. And also the CO2 mags. I mean, once you put the CO2 in and you put the mag in the gun, once you eject the magazine, all that CO2 just goes everywhere. You really can't use it again without putting a fresh CO2 cartridge in there. However, I mean, it is a very versatile gun, so I think it's pretty cool. And actually, it was Tim Sargent, when he was still working here, actually helped Tippmann out, or at least gave him points for development of things that they should put in the gun, and they actually used a lot of his suggestions. So pretty cool. I mean, especially for HPA users, it gives you that blowback, which is usually sorely lacking on most HPA tapped guns. Now, Justin, why don't you actually give a little bit of backstory on, your airsoft experience? Because, you've worked here for for quite a while. You've worked 2 years.
2 years. Almost 3 years.
But you worked in the CS department, but you've also been a referee at SC Village, correct?
Yeah, I don't recall. I think back in 2012, 2013, I started reffing as a paintball ref at SC Village. And then I saw that they had SC Viper, and I was like, hey, I'm good at airsoft. And then switched me to SC Viper. I became a ref there, and about a year or two after that, I worked at Airsoft GI as customer service. I don't know. I think Mark was one of the guys that led me to this job too, as well. Yeah, thinking about it, back 2 years ago, Mark was the one. Let's see. So I've been playing since I was 15, so it's 2016. So almost about 8 years on and off, I've been playing airsoft. Very, very strong on and off. Because, can't play every weekend as I used to, which I did do a lot of, around 2014, 2013. A lot of the SC Viper players were, actually, I think they all graduate soon. So they're all adults now. Probably don't play with me anymore.
Oh, buddy. Well,
I'm an adult, though. I'm 20-something.
20-something. Okay, good recover. Now, like Mark, you are also Filipino. We had a couple questions on your ethnicity for some reason or another. Do you speak Tagalog?
I do not speak. I only speak English and Pigan.
Pigan is important.
I can speak gibberish.
We hear a lot of that in the office, seemingly enough. All right, now, Jace Shearschmidt, please forgive me if I didn't say your name properly, was also asking again what are good beginner guns. And just like we said before, I definitely suggest a Lancer Tactical Rifle. They have both AKs and M4 platforms. There's also, like Justin suggested, the G&G Combat Machines. Those are great entry-level guns, as well as our G4, our own in-house brand. It's a great setup, and you can also get a custom gun, essentially, at a much lower price point than you would normally expect for entry-level products. Samuel Bailey, this is a good question for both of us. Is it worth getting a pistol in Airsoft? Now, my opinion is that I absolutely live for those moments where, the magazine on your main rifle goes dry and then you have to transition to your sidearm because there's so much going on around you. I think it's really cool. Feels like it's out of a movie or my favorite video game. So I personally always prefer to have a pistol as a sidearm, or do dual pistols or a pistol with a bunch of mags and CQB setting. So I think it's really important. Justin, what are your thoughts? Is a pistol in Airsoft pretty important?
Good question, Bob. The last time I had a pistol, I think it was a WeTech 1911. Oh wait, yes, 1911. I sold it because I really didn't play with a pistol. I played Attack City, but now I use my Flaming Hot Wire. Yeah, my G4. So I think it's worth it if you want to go lightweight, close combat. But the types of games I play don't really fit into that. So.
Yeah, I've noticed you and Mark seemingly just carry main rifles most of the time.
Rifles, like plural? I only carry one at a time.
Oh, well, you know what I mean. Yeah, you don't carry two rifles at a time. But you usually have, like, your main rifle, then just a bunch of mags,
But I can carry two at the same time.
Oh, my God. Okay. Moving on. ER Skating was asking, when is the Mystery Patch Package going live? The March Mayhem Mystery Patch Package is going live on Tuesday, March 1st at noon Pacific Standard Time. So make sure to be there or be square.
That's Tuesday. Next week, right?
Yeah, Tuesday, March 1st. That will be next week. Walrus Gaming. I'm thinking about doing a Milsim game. Should I? I honestly think that it's worth stepping out of your comfort zone in Airsoft to try something new. I mean, I always suggest to people, change up your play style. Try something different because it may give you, a greater appreciation for Airsoft, or it might give you a better way to understand how to attack or defend yourself on the field against other players. Honestly, tell people to get a shotgun and try it out. Try using a tri-burst shotgun because it will change up your play style. So as far as a Milsim event, I think it'd be really good to go out and try that. I mean, I tried out my first Milsim event. I think it was back in 2000, and it was totally worth it. I had a heck of a good time, and you can have a lot of fun. There are a lot of restrictions that you're probably going to want to read into beforehand. So make sure to read all the rules and regulations they have for those Milsim events. A lot of them have magazine restrictions, you can only use mid caps. Others have restrictions like you can only fire semi-auto if you're a rifleman, or if you're a support gunner, you can fire full auto, but you have to have a specific gun, and so on and so on. And generally at Milsim events, there are BDU requirements. Like one side will have tan colored BDUs, the other side will have green colored BDUs, and it changes from game to game. This is a good question for both of us from David Bayer. What are your opinions on support guns, Justin?
Well, mainly when you think of support gun, I think of a saw, right? So every time I saw it on the field where I used to work at, SC Viper, it looked pretty strenuous. How's that word I'm looking for? Not strenuous. It was pretty heavy. So seeing teenagers and young adults carry it, they look pretty tiring. So if you're not playing like an op where they tell you to aim at the range where everyone's going to charge, so if you're not suppressing fire, it may not be worth it. But it depends how the player is themselves. Because the only way to have fun in Airsoft is to play how you want to play, without cheating. All right.
Good recovery.
Without cheating, of course.
True ref. I think support guns are really cool. They can be very heavy. There are a few support guns that are not very heavy, like the Crytac LMG Enhanced. It's actually a surprisingly lightweight gun. However, most other support guns on the market are very heavy, so like Justin said, the extra weight is a factor. However, you do look really cool using them, so that is a big factor for me. I really wish I had a support gun because I would use it all the time. But yeah, like in close-in engagements or engagements where there's not a huge amount of fields of fire, it can be a bit detrimental to use a support gun as opposed to like a rifle, a submachine gun, or even a pistol with a bunch of mags. Chief Mudkip was asking, suicide vests, good or not? I actually have a few stories about that, one of which I'll tell right now. I've actually sent people out on suicide missions at some of our not Milsim ops, at some of our BB Wars ops. Basically, we had at, I believe it was Tim vs. Bob 3, there were 2 different tribes that we had to negotiate with. One was slightly favorable to my side, the other one was slightly favorable to the Timpire side, but I basically sent one of our negotiators out with a claymore strapped to his chest, along with a bunch of other materials to bribe, like candy and magazines. But when everything else failed with one of the tribes, I told him, I was like, hey, gather them as close as you can and tell them they have an offer they can't possibly refuse. And once they got as close as they could, he opened up his vest, hit the claymore, and basically killed the entire tribe with one fell blow, giving us significant tactical advantage. So suicide vests or suicide runs are actually can be very effective in airsoft. What do you think about that?
Well, from what I recall, when I did military events, MilSim events, at the line clause, we did have civilians walking around.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like, my group never trusted them, so we probably never get even close to them. So it depends. I would say not. But if you're the person doing it, it'd be pretty fun to get that claymore kill. You call it kill? Explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. With BBs.
Okay. Let's see. A lot of people saying I look tired. I am a bit tired.
Let me give you my energy.
Gosh. Well done, Justin. Well done. Someone's asking about High Ground Airsoft. Hopefully we'll be able to check that out. I believe that's in Texas. Hopefully we'll be able to check out that field sometime soon. I don't know what that even means. Hopefully we'll be able to check out High Ground Airsoft sometime soon. It looks like an amazing field. I'm sad I couldn't go there for the grand opening, but it looks awesome, and I really want to go.
Hi, Charlie Graves.
What?
Charlie Graves. Hello.
Oh, Charlie Graves, your shout-out is approved.
Oh, yes.
When are you guys going to get the M82 with bipod back in stock? That's from Walrus Gaming. I don't have a specific ETA right now. However, I know we have been looking at getting them back in very soon because they've been very popular on our website, and for a very, very affordable M82 sniper rifle, even though it's spring, it's pretty awesome and very lightweight. Red Bull. Yeah, I should have got some coffee or something.
Gives you wings. Is it Red Bull gives you wings?
Red Bull, yeah, that gives you wings.
We do not buy into, what's that called? We do not buy into brands. Red Bull gives you wings.
Like a lot of things in the office, sometimes Justin just loses me. You say stuff and...
Remember to always use BBs when we go to Airsoft.
Well, yeah. Why? Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, my gosh. All right. Are grenade launchers good in your opinion? I've had a lot of fun with grenade launchers. I generally first started using them just to make my gun look cooler because I only had like one shell. They can be very effective. Most grenade launchers fire shells that are essentially just large shotgun blasts. There are grenade launchers, or there are grenade rounds out there that send shells out, like foam rocket rounds, which is what I see a lot of people use as anti-vehicle devices at events. They'll put in a Nerf, I believe it's a Nerf football that has an arrow attached, and sometimes they have howlers. Those are pretty effective, and there are some other tag rounds which do detonate, or some of them detonate, some of them spray powder, or yes, I believe BBs, but they can seriously hurt or at least burn hair when hit when it hits certain areas. So yeah, there are a lot of options. I mean, it depends on what you're going out there to do. Do you want to be that anti-vehicle gunner for your team, or the anti-vehicle trooper? Do you want to have a giant shotgun or effectively a shotgun on your rig? Do you want your gun just to look cool? So if you answered yes to any of those, you're probably going to want a grenade launcher. However, it's always best to try, if you can, to try and check out the weight on those, just to see if it's something you want to add that much weight to your gun. Or you can go into our walk-in stores and check them out firsthand.
Not too bad. I know Mabel, they have a lighter weight. Not really.
It's like a really small one.
But it's a smaller one.
Yeah, that one is very effective. I just don't like the looks of it. But for people who don't care about looks, it's really effective. Shoot, that was actually a very good question there a second ago. Let me try and find it again.
One. Does that help?
Stop it. No, that did not help. Bob, do you know any good SMGs for CQB? I'm looking for one. That's from Richard Rudolph. I have a bunch of suggestions. I'd be curious to hear your suggestions as well. I'm pointing to you, Justin. The Echo 1 Spectre Rapid Deploy Pistol is a very good option, as well as the Echo 1 GAT. Those are very, very short guns. Make it really easy to go around corners. What's up?
Yeah, the RDP. We were testing it. It's like 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like a range of a rifle, so it's pretty interesting.
That one was surprising because we did hear from the techs over at Echo One, and they were telling us what incredible range it had for such a compact platform. And then you guys tested it out, and it has a shocking amount of range. I mean, the gun is only like this long. I mean, it's surprising. So
Yeah, it's like pistol size. It's like
Yeah.
it's pistol size. What else? I mean, we didn't clean out the inner barrel, and its string is really accurate too. Well, bite-size targets, if you want to say accurate, yeah.
hmm I would also wholeheartedly suggest, a KWA MP7 or an MP7 in general, as long as it's gas. My personal favorite is a KWA KMP9. I do know, or I believe Umrex also makes an MP7 as well, which is pretty darn good. But my personal favorite has to go with the KWA KMP9, mainly because I'm a big Counter-Strike fan, and it is the same gun as the TMP from Counter-Strike. Okay, Red Dawn Reality Milsim event thoughts. I feel like we get questions like that about a Red Dawn Milsim event pretty consistently. In all honesty, our BB Wars events are not Milsim by any means. Our BB Wars events, you can bring any magazine you want. We want you to bring everything in the kitchen sink and just get it all out there on the field. If you want a Red Dawn Reality Milsim event, I would highly suggest hitting up Operation Line Claws, hitting up American Milsim, or talking to your local fields that want to run events, because that would be pretty cool. And I also do love the movie Red Dawn. Are grenades worth paying $75 for? That's from Max Frey. Justin, do you have any thoughts on this right off the bat?
I know he recently came out with a new grenade.
That's the Airsoft Innovation Cyclone?
I believe so. What was the name of it once again?
Airsoft Innovation Cyclone?
Cyclone. Yeah, I saw good reviews on it. Having had the chance to test it out, I know the tornadoes, they're okay if you want to clear the building, and they're bright. So if you do indoors, no one's going to try to take it from you, since it's, indoors, of course. So. Thunder Bees, $75.
Well, he's saying they're worth paying $75. I mean, Thunder Bees are a much more affordable option at around like $20-$30, and you get multiple uses out of it. Well, just like the tornadoes. But those are generally pretty loud unless you put something inside the shell. So I would suggest Max Frey. I mean, take a look at Thunder Bees. I personally believe Airsoft Innovation's tornado grenades are totally worth it. I've had mine for years, and I really love using it. I also have bad luck with Thunder Bees. Like, they either get stolen or broken the first time I throw them every time. And for some reason or another, my $100 or $80 Airsoft Innovations tornado grenade never gets stolen, even though it's vastly more expensive. But I really like the fact that my tornado grenades by Airsoft Innovations, when you throw them, they throw BBs in every single direction. The only exception is if it lands on sand or grass, then it doesn't really spin as much. But for CQB, I really love those grenades. And the Cyclone versions, I believe, are priced around $40, $50, so a lot more affordable, and you still get a similar effect on target. So I totally think grenades are worth it. If you can afford one, I would get it and try it out. Let's see. All right. Are Thunder Bees reusable? This is from Clip Lip. Yes, Thunder Bees are absolutely reusable. The only non-reusable portion on a Thunder Bee is the plastic shell, because once it detonates, the shell is ripped open, thereby precluding you from using it again. However, the plastic shells are stupid cheap. On our website, you can buy giant bags of just the plastic shells, and essentially you just use a CO2 cartridge and a plastic shell every time you throw it, so it's really affordable. What's a good field in Dallas? That's from M&E Productions. I would highly suggest going to check out D14 Airsoft. That's our local field for GI Tactical in Plano, Texas, and they're located in and around Dallas. So check out D14 Airsoft on Facebook, Instagram, the YouTubes, and all social media. Your mom? From Charles Graves. Don't know what that means. Bob, when is the new Tavor arriving? Hi, Jay Palaz. I don't have any details on when the new Tavor is arriving, unless you do.
Is it Tavor or Tavar?
Tavor.
Tavor.
Excellent work, Justin. Let's see. Garen Beavers. Bob, do you remember me? Yes, I do, actually. It's a very unique name. It's hard to forget. But it's nice to see you here again. Let's see. Justin equals Asian Pee Wee Herman. Now, I liked Pee Wee Herman back in the day.
What was his name?
That was pretty close. Thoughts on .12s in tornadoes? That's essentially the super lightweight BBs. I honestly often caution people against using .12s or .12 gram BBs in just about any airsoft gun, except for spring guns that they were designed to be used with. Because the BBs are of much poorer quality, and there's a huge chance they're going to break or jam either your gun or your grenade. And the last thing you want to have is, like, let's say you buy a Tornado or a Cyclone, you spend $40 to $80 on a grenade, and you've got a really cheap BB that's just shattered inside of it and gummed up the works. That's really annoying. So I would highly suggest not using .12s or .12s in your grenades or your gun, period, because honestly it's going to up the chance that product is going to break or jam tremendously.
BB shatter too.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Bob, in your opinion, what is the best shotgun on the market? That's from Berserk 972. I've played with airsoft shotguns for a long time. Currently, the best shotgun on the market, in my mind, would be... What?
Be careful how you say it.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
What? All right. My opinion on the best shotgun on the market right now is the Tokyo Marui AA-12. It is a full auto shotgun. It also has semi-auto capabilities, and there's nothing else like it on the market. It's also, in AEG essentially. Well, it's an AES, automatic electric shotgun. So there's you don't have to cock it like a spring gun. You just put a battery in there and you're good to go. If I had one right now, I would love to show it to you. That's definitely the next purchase in my arsenal that I want to make. On top of that, I probably want to get a PTS ERG. However, one shotgun that I do own that I would consider the next best would be the Tokyo Marui M870 gas shotgun. I absolutely love that gun. I think the fact that you can switch it from 3 to 6 round shot is pretty amazing, in my opinion. I don't know of many other shotguns on the market can do that. There are other shotguns on the market right now that a lot of people like that are, I believe, the APS Cam 870, which we don't sell, other retailers do. Honestly, I personally don't think those are great, mainly because you have to pick up the shells after the fact, unless you get a shell catcher, but I think it looks stupid. But it ejects a shell each time you pump it and fire it. And you also have to physically, put BBs in each shell, put wadding in, and then load on your gun. So for realism, it's pretty cool, but for actual play, it's a pain in the butt. Do you have any suggestions on what you think the best shotgun is in Airsoft?
I like the Tokyo Marui Breacher.
Yeah,
it's pretty much you went over it, but I like the Breacher. It's the short version. Right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure they know. The Tokyo Marui Breacher is the short version of the Tokyo Marui M870 gas shotgun I mentioned earlier.
Yeah. So, and then we have the PPS shotgun, the shell ejecting. It's not too bad. We got to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Only way to use it. Well, yeah, okay, we got to use it. We get to use things in the Airsoft marketing department.
Okay, you are correct, Justin. Now, what do you like about that?
Just add realism, like you said, but playing on the field, probably not the best thing to do because you have to pick up the shells, and so I would just use it for like target practice in the background, or if you do props, movie props, probably would be a good prop on that.
Oh shoot, there's a question I wanted to get to.
Where is Airsoft GI?
Where do you see that question?
This is my question.
Oh my God, Justin, you're killing me, man. Airhard Airsoft 41. Bob, is the Elite Force Beretta 92 gas blowback a good backup? I actually had fun shooting it. You definitely have to be at a closer range than more expensive pistols, so the range isn't as much. However, if you are going for a backup pistol, it's not a bad choice at all. Thoughts on M4 drum mags? I want to ask your thoughts on that as well. I think M4 drum mags look cool. They're highly, there's a lot of them at our BB Wars events because there's no magazine restrictions. I think they're great just because, it's a huge amount of high capacity, or it's a high capacity magazine that is an M4 drum mag carries a huge amount of BBs. However, I think they should be used with some responsibility. There are a lot of folks that have, high rate of fire guns and have the drum mags and don't have any compunction with how many BBs they put into people. So in that case, I would suggest, maybe just, burst it. But it is pretty awesome. I do like the fact that there are drum mags. What do you think about M4 drum mags?
As I recall, because where I play, if I play like on off days without not like an event, they don't allow it. So SC Viper, not that they don't allow it, it's just like it's frowned upon. Because it's considering that you're kind of like a support gun at that point. So that's amongst players. Amongst players, they not really fond of it, as I recall. So I'm okay with it, but if I go to like a military simulation event, like a Line Claws or what else is there? Yeah, pretty much the military event. You won't be able to see it because minimum is mid caps and low caps, so you're okay. Brand wise, much like everything in Airsoft, you probably want to get the best you could afford, because price, what's that word for it? You get what you pay for.
Yes, you get what you pay
so
for.
Quality.
Shoot, sorry, the comments are going crazy. We're trying to get to them. KWA ERG or Crytek CRB. That's from Horned Frogs. That is a good question. Again, that's KWA electric recoil gun versus Crytek CRB. Now, if I could only choose one, this is a tough decision because I own a Crytek SPR and I absolutely love it. I love it for long-range engagements, for mid-range engagements, for MILSIM events. It's a great gun, solid as a rock. However, I absolutely love recoil on airsoft guns, and the electric recoil gun is something I've wanted to add to my arsenal for a long time. So if I had to choose one, I would probably choose the KWA electric recoil gun, mainly because, again, I absolutely love recoil, and that's why most of the time I'm using a gas blowback gun. However, that shouldn't make you not consider the Crytek CRB, because the thing is built solid both inside and out, and you should definitely take a look at that if you're looking for a straight up AEG. Yeah. What do you think about that choice?
I mean, I own the ERG already, and it's one of my favorite primaries. The only thing, it's a small flaw, but if you like real guns, like real steel shooting, it might not be a big deal. But the recoil does affect the accuracy. So I don't get the pinpoint quarter from 25 feet every time. So the recoil does affect accuracy. So if you're playing CQB and you have to get that pinpoint, you probably only want to go to CRB. So field wise, I'll go to ARM4, the ERG, and that CRB. Well, because I do R hops and stuff, so you can use if you use an R hop, if you look it up on our website, WATERPARK, it increases the spin of the BB, so you can use a short gun. And you get a farther range, better accuracy with that R hop in it. So something to look into.
All right. Someone was asking about an affordable gas blowback rifle for around $250. I believe G&G has a gas blowback rifle on our website that's around $180. However, I would caution you. I mean, you do get what you pay for. I do know the KWA LM4s are a lot more reliable out of the box and more accurate. However, they are, you obviously get what you pay for. So for the G&G gas blowbacks, it is very affordable and it's pretty cool. However, it is not as accurate as higher priced GBBR. So if you can't save up, I would suggest that.
King Arms is not that bad. King Arms is around that range.
King Arms is around that range. However, their gas mags aren't as reliable as the LM4, which is why I generally wouldn't suggest it. But they are an option, especially for a different price range. Let's see. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of angry people in the chat. Do you get free stuff since you work at Airsoft GI? It's from M&E Productions. I mean, sometimes we get a few free things like patches or swag or some other stuff, but we don't get oh hey, here's a free gun or something.
No, I mean, they gave me a desk.
You don't get to take that with you though. That's the office's desk, not your desk.
They let me work at a computer.
Oh my God.
Because marketing.
Yeah. No, I mean, most of my collection is stuff that I've personally purchased, or friends have given it to me when they're done with it, or they just want to give me a very nice gift. So I mean, that's the thing is I'm really picky with what I buy because it's my own budget. So that's why I only pick and choose stuff that I absolutely want for my own purposes. So I'm not just going to go out and buy whatever just to show off. So. Bob, can I please get a shout out? Order 66 Airsoft, your shout out is approved. Do you know what Order 66 is?
Is that from Star Wars?
Yeah.
I know where it's from. It's from Star Wars.
Oh my God. You don't know what it is, do you?
I do. It's do they blow stuff up?
Sort of.
Do the stormtroopers do something where they miss a lot?
Yeah, but in this case they actually killed a lot of people. All right, I'm just going to tell you, it's the order the Emperor gives out till the stormtroopers start slaughtering Jedi.
Yeah, so they're.
But they don't miss a lot because.
They don't miss a lot because it's a movie.
Yeah.
They have to make it look good.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
that's right.
Sense. Okay.
Okay. Bob, what's better, CO2s or spring? I'm a noob. That's from Terrell Chapman. Sorry if I got your name wrong. Well, generally, I'd say CO2 guns are better because you're going to have a lot of blowback, which generally equates to a lot of fun. Not all CO2 guns have blowback, but you can have a lot of fun with spring guns. A lot of it, centers around your budget. Generally, if you're getting into airsoft, spring is not the way you're going to want to go because you're going to be at a significant disadvantage compared to other players, generally other players who are going to be playing around you.
It depends, because if you have the CO2 pistol, I'm not too aware if you're able to break into the internals to re-lube it, because after a while you're going to have to lube up the internals.
Yes.
Spring, it's reliable to an extent if you don't keep slam firing, so that's hard decision.
Are spring sniper rifles worth it compared to a DMR? That's from Max Frey again. Well, it really depends on your play style. Like I have a few friends that really like sniping, but they also like being able to have that quick follow-up shot, which is why those folks go with the DMR platform because it's semi-automatic. Spring sniper rifles, obviously, you have to cock the gun each time you're going to shoot it. I prefer sniper rifles, bolt action ones, just because what makes me feel more like a sniper, a little bit cooler. However, if I was going for more competition or really trying to put suppressive firepower down, I would go with a DMR setup. Spring sniper rifles are pretty consistent. I have a lot of gas sniper rifles, bolt action, and they are fun, and I generally like gas sniper rifles that are bolt action because I can actually cycle the bolt very quietly when people are around. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if there are any other questions we can get to. What happened to audio? Is the audio? No, the audio is still going. Let us know what the problems are. I know someone was saying there's a consistent hum going on. We'll work on that for the next show.
It might be picking up the computer.
Yeah, I think it probably is picking up the computer. So.
It's a really strong mic.
Yes, it is a very strong mic. Matthew Knoll, your shout out is approved.
Hi, Matthew. No. Was there no? There's no.
No offense, but are there a lot of... Oh, shoot. No offense, but are there a lot of Philippines in Airsoft? I'm not racist, I'm just wondering because most of my Filipino friends from Cali don't know what Airsoft is. That's from Rebels Gaming. When I started playing Airsoft in Southern California, I actually did notice a lot of groups of Filipinos playing Airsoft together. And for my money, I always thought that they were hilarious. Like, they always seemed out there to have a good time and would joke around with each other. I mean, sometimes they would overshoot a little bit, but, they were seemingly really fun to play with. And you're Filipino, and so is Mark.
Yeah. I mean, interestingly enough, surprisingly, there is a lot in Southern California, from what I've noticed. The funny thing is because we have a different language called Tagalog. So I remember I was like 15, my first time playing Airsoft at one of the fields at SC Village. And there was like a bunch of... what's it called? The terrain, the moats, the trenches.
Trenches, yeah.
That's the word, trenches. Wow. So they're on the trenches, and I could hear some people yelling in a different language, and I understood them. And all they're saying was mountain, mountain. I'm like, what? Like, we mean mountain, mountain. So they're literally just yelling to sound intimidating. That was one of my fun experiences when I first started.
Wow. I only know a little bit of Tagalog, but it is a pretty cool language because essentially, like, whatever you say, it's if you're hooked on phonics or you ever did hooked on phonics, like, however it sounds, that's exactly how it's spelled.
Pretty much.
Yep. Like bacala, for example.
Do not Google that name.
Okay. Yeah, don't. All right, let's see. Elite Force 1911 or WE M9 for beginner? That's from ER Skating. Interesting question. Now, some of that depends on, where the local fields you're going to play, because the Elite Force 1911 shoots above 350, which is generally the limit for indoor CQB airsoft. I really like the Elite Force 1911. I use it for most of my outdoor gameplay or games at facilities or fields that have a 400 feet per second limit. The WE-M9 or the WE-M9, I don't have a lot of experience with. That specific pistol, however, a lot of WE pistol mags have run out of gas on myself when I've used them. So I generally don't trust WE pistol mags just because I cannot stand it when a pistol mag runs out of ammo before the gun has run out of BBs. That's just so frustrating to me. So I would suggest going with the Elite Force 1911, not knowing what fields you're going to play at. What do you think?
Well, the Elite Force 1911 CO2, and lately, well, not lately, but in the past, I used to run gas blowback rifles, so dealing with leaking magazines kind of gets annoying for me. So with gas mags and pistols, I ran into that issue too, like a couple winters ago. So preferably, I'll probably go with a CO2 pistol. So the Elite Force 1911 would be one of the top choices. Mainly because there's aftermarket, but we have an aftermarket kit for it. So if there were to be an issue with it, then you could work on it. And there's extended magazines, so those are pretty cool too.
Torin Carmichael, I apologize if I got your name incorrect. Bob, what is your personal YouTube channel? You can actually find me at Bob Hildebrand, Hilde brand, and I put up random videos just from playing airsoft with friends. Actually, recently I've been consistently going to Pistol Shotgun Night at Tax City Airsoft in Fullerton, so you should check that place out. Pistol Shotgun Night's always fun. I usually bring my shotgun, and a lot of my friends bring their pistols, and we have a really gall darn good time.
Make sure you bring some BBs.
Jag Arms, match grade, BBs, yeah. But yeah, check out Bob Hildebrand on YouTube. Hopefully, we'll be putting up some more stuff for Milsim Adventures and regular Airsoft Adventures soon. All right, we're actually getting to the tail end of the live show. It's hard to see. Oh, we actually went overtime. Let me ask you a question from Jeremy Wu. Nice, that was pretty cool. Thoughts on Police Milsim? I think that would be like Leo Sim or Law Sim. That's tough. Interesting you ask. Someone was putting forward an idea of doing some gameplay similar to... Do you remember what the last... was the Battlefield game that came out?
It's like Battlefield something. I know what you're talking about. It was on sale.
What was that called?
EA Games.
Nice. God, that's going to bug me. Anyway, there was a recent Battlefield game that came out. I can't believe I can't remember right now. That was totally focused around law enforcement and some of the scenarios they might involve. And it's pretty interesting. However, most of the time we've seen people try or postulate a law enforcement a law enforcement simulation game. It's really complex, and it's really hard to game it, and you also can't have a huge amount of players. So it's interesting. I'd be curious to see if someone got going with a good game like that once. We don't have any plans right now to do one in the near future. And someone was mentioning that they saw me in a commercial. I actually do have I believe a creditcards.com commercial currently running right now on TV. So if you see me, make sure to say hi.
That's you.
On social media. What?
That's you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen it?
Hey, I work with the guy on the commercial.
Oh, get out of here.
On the commercial.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
On that commercial.
Stop it. Battlefield Hardline. Thank you, Rebels Gaming, and everyone else who just said it. Sorry about that. I can't believe I forgot. But yeah, Battlefield Hardline was that law enforcement game. Yeah, that's embarrassing. I forgot that. Okay. All right. Well, guys. All right. That Boy Scout, your shout out is approved. That is actually going to do it for our live show today. I'm really sorry we couldn't get to any more of your questions. We actually ran a little bit over time. Justin, thank you for being on the live show. This is actually his first time. Yeah, you guys stay tuned for the next week's live show. And if you have any comments or questions you didn't get answered right now, make sure to hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, or even Twitter. We're actually pretty responsive on Twitter. And we also just created a Snapchat for Airsoft GI, so make sure to check that out as well. I also created my own Snapchat just for fun. I'm still kind of learning it, but make sure to tune to our live show next week. Stay tuned to our social media all week, and if you guys are looking for events, sign up for BB Wars Episode 5 Water Wars on the West Coast or a CZ Airsoft Collaboration Day on the East Coast. Once again, I'm Bob the Axeman Hildebrand, and this is
Justin.
Excellent work, Justin, and this is the GITV live show. Thanks for tuning in, guys and gals. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.